Honor Flight welcomed home 22 veterans last night after spending the weekend in Washington, D.C. touring monuments dedicated to them.
23 ABC's Scott Sheehan has a recap on this most recent trip.
They're called the greatest generation, and this weekend Honor Flight Kern County gave veterans from that era a trip of a lifetime. The veterans visited monuments dedicated to them and those who served with them during World War II and the Korean War.
I have never been so elated, so happy.
22 veterans, 6 from World War II and 16 from the Korean War, returned home Sunday night after Honor Flight Kern County's latest trip to Washington, D.C. Veterans like Robert Peterson say they're humbled by the experience.
It's wonderful. My grandson will vouch for the fact that I've come to tears more than once on this thing, with pride.
For veterans like Charles Wilson, the trip gave him a chance to reflect on his service and those he served with.
We went glad we were able to come home, sad we left some people there.
There's nothing more beautiful than the taps. And I was thinking of my shipmates, all of them. Not by name, just by all of them.
Wilson says if he had the opportunity to relive his time served during World War II, he says he'd go again and he'd continue to share his memories to future generations.
We have some stories to tell our grandchildren, and that's some of the greatest things. Tell the stories as you see it to your grandkids. They didn't have to read it out of a book.
And for Peterson, he says he's thankful that Honor Flight allowed him to take this trip.
I've heard a lot of things about let's do something for veterans. Well, by God, this outfit don't talk about it, it does it.
Now the next Honor Flight is going to take off the last weekend in October. Scheduled to go on that flight will be veterans from the Vietnam War era. Reporting Scott Sheehan, 23 ABC News.